Hi guys, I'm Catriel. I'm here to do a little outlook on this year. Today is Aquarius, the beginning of Aquarius. It began last night, technically. And we're embarking on a new world. So I really want to share my gifts with you guys. If you feel led to donate, I have my Venmo and PayPal information available. But I want to do a little bit of an outlook on what this year is going to look like, the energies. And how I do that is something I offer as a service is my roadmaps to 2021. And I've been innovating the theme, innovating this and other services that I offer, and I'll have them out to where you can commit, via through the year and have different checkpoints so that we can follow, where, what you want to be doing, where you want to go, and really be diligent in it. So let's start this reading. I'm going to do from Aquarius all the way to next Aquarius. This is going to be a little bit of a longer one. And how I normally do this service is I write it in a book for you, and I channel whatever message comes through. And I begin with the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. I like to use the tarot for this specifically because the tarot is about the Fool's Journey, and it is a story, and so it's not necessarily I don't know, I feel like when you study the tarot and what the Fool's Journey is, anything is possible. And we just kind of have to, it's a good indicator of where you're at in that story and what energies are coming up within that story and relating that to the here and now. So, again, Dreams of Gaia Tarot by Raven Felon. There we go. All right. So I start and I pull cards until I get a major arcana. And this specific deck has a little bit different than the traditional tarot, which is kind of cool. It gives you extra freebies. Okay. For the month of Aquarius, guys. Oh, wow. Lots of energies popping up. Okay. Let's go first through. I'm going to share this image with you. Let's see. How do I do that? So right here we have the Ace of Earth, which is indicating new beginnings, especially within maybe business opportunities, a new way connecting to the earth, really sparking the things you came here to do on the earth. You're going to have more opportunities in it. So this is from the collective level. So really discovering and being open to the new possibilities, allowing for a growth here on this earth. Then we move into the Two of Air, where decisions are going to need to happen. You're going to be faced with a lot of, maybe not a lot, but specific decisions in regards to this growth. And realizing where you stand in your balance. And part of that is really, feeling through what resonates with your heart and what resonates with your soul. And balancing that with the mind and what the mind is telling you to do. And so really pay attention to the opportunities you have, because it's guaranteed the ones that you pick with your heart, you're going to flourish. You won't regret making those. But those you make without a logical sense, they could go well, but they also, if they're not in alignment with the heart, I wouldn't advise it. Then we go into the 7 of Earth. Really standing firm within the abundance in our, like, the abundance that we have, and the earthly things, you know, that we already have. And really bringing in gratitude here and standing in our power, or, you know, sitting in this case, but it's issuing transformation in this journey. And it's allowing us to really tune into our soul and what the soul wants and the burning desires of the soul. Allowing for those decisions that we just made to burn with creativity. Then we move over here to the 10 of Water, and really seeing when we're in alignment with our heart here, we can really manifest anything. Also realizing that during this specific time, we might be feeling a lot of emotions. There's a lot of big changes coming. And as long as we're in alignment with our heart, we can guide those emotions, you know, in a fruitful way, and stay in our harmonious joy. And as we pay attention to what our heart really needs in this, we step on over to the 2 of Earth, and realizing that, you know, the new opportunities that we have been given, the decisions we had to make in it, and what allows us to stand in our power and go with the flow. We are also going to be making, you know, decisions and finding balance within this even more so. We want to be mindful and heartful of balancing our energy here on the earth, and what is important. And as long, again, as we stay in our heart space, we will grow. And that being said, with the growth, we're also planting many seeds here. Many seeds that may not come to fruition until maybe Leo season. And also stepping over here into the 6 of Water, and realizing, again, paying attention to the heart and who is in our heart. The connections and relationships that we have, they're important in this path, especially during Aquarius. We're innovating here big time, and we're asking, you know, for community. So really realizing who is in our community at this time is really important for this specific growth, financially and abundantly here on this earth. And, really opening our hearts and playing in the, with the inner child, which brings us to the next card. This inner child energy coming forward, as the sun is in Aquarius, the earth is in Leo, and the Leo loves to play. The Leo loves the inner child. The Leo is the love. And so really paying attention to the finer things in life, and, the finer things meaning the little things. And paying attention to what we have here in front of us, and playing with it, and allowing ourselves to really open our heart and be grateful for what we have. So that is what we're looking at for this Aquarian season. I'm going to switch it back over, and I'm going to draw new cards for the season. This upcoming season. And again, Aquarius started today, and it will go through, all the way through the rest of January and February. So like towards the end of February, we will step into this specific energy that I will pull cards for, which will be Pisces season. So for Pisces, wow, okay. Let's see here. Flipping it over, we only got 2 cards for this specific one. The Pisces energy, I want to remind us of really playing with our senses. Playing with our senses and allowing for flow. Also the unconscious. Also maybe playing the detective a little bit. Really getting our senses in check. Also, another theme of Pisces is opening our heart to compassion and unconditional love. And understanding within ourselves and how we can relate to others. Really highlighting that compassion. So, as we are in this water season, we have the Queen of Water, and really stepping into the nurture and nurturing our own being and those who are around us. If we're in the place of I feel like there's going to be, 2 roads to really walk down. Is those who really need to go inward during this time and have lots of reflections within this this time of Pisces, really discovering new gifts and insights that you may have, or those who have been doing the work and are able to hold space for those who may need someone, to listen and to help them on their journey. That's really going to be the theme of Pisces, and we step into also knowledge. Knowledge in the Kabbalah tree of life is da'at. And that is the uniting of wisdom and understanding or understanding. So as we, are, in this reflection period, we also bring in, those who are seeking knowledge and going forth. And then also teachers, bringing in that wisdom aspect of this Pisces season. So it's going to be a lot of a big opener a big opener of our spiritual gifts during this time, and harnessing them, and those building on their gifts, and then those who are helping activate others during this time. So that right there is Pisces season, and I'm going to flip it back to go into Aries season. And remember, Pisces goes at the end of February all the way through February to the end of March, like 21st area, 2021st. So we're pulling cards for that fiery Aries season. Interesting. All right, so I want to, before I switch over into the cards, I'm going to give you a little, I'm going to explain a little bit of Aries season. Aries season is our true expression. It is related to our rising or ascendant sign in our chart. It's our personality. It's our drive. It's the Mars energy. It's our taking action. It's our activations. It's our ego. And during this time of the Aries energy, we're going to have another chance to really balance out our ego, and winged ego, as I like to call it, because we can't reject the ego, but we can have a healthy ego. So we go into this season with the card of Three of Fire, and I can see a lot of journeys happening and new opportunities opening up during this time, as it is calling in spring, opening up new opportunities, paying attention to, excuse me, the opportunities that came arise during Aquarius, and saying, where do I want to take action, as I have allowed in Pisces to just really, take a pause for a moment, maybe to cultivate all of the different elements to move forward. Well, in this season, it's time to move forward with those dreams that you have had. And then connecting it to the mind and the body. And this is the part of air, okay? So really making connections, I'm seeing, within our opportunities. A lot of those are going to arise, and it's allow us to stand in our power. We have the Father card here, and it's fitting for Aries season, considering the fact that Mars is a very masculine energy. And so we're really going to be working here on our divine masculine energy here. And this can come with lots of challenges for those who have a lot of work to do in this area. And it's a fiery season. It's filled with so much passion, and allowing ourselves to be gentle with ourselves, the gentle Father of guidance, is what's being called to the table at this time. As you can see, he's a very Viking soul, but a gentle soul. He has his almost like a Leo partner here, you know, the cat. Excuse me. Really allowing himself to take in what is in front of him and making wise decisions. So this is going to be a large jump in wisdom if we allow for it, creating that space for the wisdom so that we can make the wise decisions within our opportunities and our connections. So it's a full circle type of moment. And I feel as though there's going to be a shift in power at this time within our world, a gentler divine masculine, and really allowing for this gentler aspect of the divine masculine to come through, and in really looking inward on our own journey, allowing to see this out in front of us, if that makes sense. So I'm going to switch back again so I can pull cards for the next season, which is Taurus. So again, Aries is all the way from March, end of March, to about the 21st area of April. So I will pull cards for Taurus, and wow, okay, we got one card for this one, and I want to explain the energy of Taurus. Taurus is filled with what you would call manifestation, unconditional love. Taurus, his main planet is, you can look at it from Earth or from Venus. Both are fitting. And Venus is about this open-hearted energy of receiving. So being open to receive is really important during this time. Creating that space, that sacred space for the seeds that you've planted, allowing it to come to fruition. You know, seeing these plants start to grow, or our opportunities, if you will. The other aspect is, you know, birthing. And we have to go through some birthing in order to see our manifestation in front of us. So, of course, being gentle during this time. I feel like it's going to be a very fruitful year during this time. And the card really confirms that. And I'm going to show it to you. We got the love card. So, within this, all of the dreams, all of the beautiful, you know, prayers we've asked from our heart and from our soul is coming to fruition this time. The magic and the miracles. We also have Uranus in Taurus, which is about innovative change. So that's going to be really highlighted during this time. And allow for these epic dreams that we've wanted to build on this earth to come into our presence. We're going to see connections more. we're going to see, connections from all over the world. Nothing holding us back. Really bringing together one another during this time. And really also seeing here, really paying attention to the moon cycle and how we align, at the heart level with our emotions, the ebb and flow. So that is Taurus season. Let me switch it back over. Taurus season again runs from late April, going all the way through May, about 20 or 21st. Then we step into the Aries, multi-dimensional Gemini. And let's pull cards for Gemini season. Oof. Right off the bat, we get exactly something perfectly reflecting Gemini season. So, Gemini is a very fun energy. Many people say, it's very dualistic. I like to look at it from the perspective of a gem. Let's look at a gem and the many facets. The Gemini is led by Mercury. Mercury is the communicator between the different worlds. Also in the story of Hermes, same guy. And so lots of messages during this time, lots of communications, lots of connections during this time. Good time to write a book, good time to study, good time to get involved in your studies. Go back to school, take a class, something. Because the mind it's all about the mind at this point, and going back and forth. So the mind needs something to work with so that we can expand our heart and connect with the mind. And so that's exactly what we see within the cards. So we have what is called the Six of Air. And if you look at this, we kind of see the whole dualistic thing of what I just explained. And the rainbow, the many facets. If we lead with the heart, we see the many facets, and we lead with the heart. Okay? So there's going to be lots of decisions made during this time, I'm sure. And really making those decisions from the heart. I'm also seeing, if you see language here, I'm seeing a lot of, interdimensional communications coming through. So for those who are familiar with light language, many gifts are going to be found within this time. People being activated with this gift, and also people asking for more of understanding or understanding of their gifts is really important. Again, this card is about balance and unity here as well. So really, if you do decide to study something, allow it to be from the heart space rather than just taking a class to take a class. You will be very fruitful for leading with your heart in your studies at this time. Those who are writing a book, I would do it definitely during this time, because your communications are going to come directly from your heart space. And again, over here, intuition. So the leading chakra of Gemini is the same chakra that is shared with Cancer. So both the mind and the emotions come from the solar plexus. So right now, it's saying that, yes, see, we're going to have our communications. We're going to have many people bringing things to the table here. The spider is indicating that. And it's asking for the owl to come through, our wisdom. And the wisdom comes from our solar plexus, our intuition. So really paying attention to our intuition during this time of really prepping us for the next season, Cancer season. So, excuse me, when we connect our mind to the heart and drop it down to connect it down to the solar plexus, right? We are able to tune in at a deeper level here. And I find it interesting. We got some more light language coming through. And I'm seeing a lot of activations of intuitive gifts as well. And if you see, also the moon is in this one. Really paying attention to the rhythm of the moon and the rhythm of the earth during this time. Those who maybe would like to understand or understand their birth charts during this time would be very fruitful for studying and going deeper during Gemini. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to pull more cards. So again, Gemini season is at the end of May, moving all the way through June to about the 20th or 21st. And that is the last season of spring. And as we go into Cancer season, we hit the summer. And what do we got here? Wow, the cards are perfectly reflecting what I feel, Cancer is all about. We got lots of cards for this one. Lots of energies within Cancer. Oof, that one's powerful. All right. Let's see here. So we start off Cancer season. Actually, before I do that, I want to brief you guys on Cancer season. Cancer is leading planet is the moon. So it's really following suit to, our emotions, going inward, feeling through things. Those who are feelers, those who are empaths, those who, sense things. This is a time to activate those gifts and to innovate them. This is a time to allow yourself to play in the waters of emotion and create healthy boundaries within that. This is a time for innovating our intuition and so much more. The leading is the moon, of course, and really paying attention to the moon during this time is really, really important. So we go into what we see is the 5 of water. And it looks like there might be some, trying times, some shaky times at the beginning of the Cancer season for some of us. And really allowing for us to hold space, to take a pause, to go inward, to remember why we're here, to remember how we're all connected, to remember the light and what is our truth. That's all coming up during this time. We also, this light will guide us into the Eight of Fire. The Eight of Fire of really taking on this Phoenix energy. And a rebirth for ourselves. And as we step into this inner Phoenix, reflecting on everything that we just went through, everything that has allowed us to become stronger within this process, to allow for the Seven of Fire to transform us in a brand new way. You see the snake indicates transformation. Really understanding the heat of the fire as we reflect on this. And those who may need guidance, I ask you to reach out. We have the counselor card here. Reach out to someone during this time, because it's really important to have someone close to you. Have someone that you feel safe, because we're creating a new vibration here, a new frequency. We're going into a new earth, and we're going through a lot of shifts and changes. So really paying attention to this. And those who have been doing the work are stepping up during this time. They're stepping up to be those counselors, to be those guides for this new world. Because we have been doing the work here, guys. We really have. And we're leading with our heart. We see here, our third eye is busting open with love and giving us new visions for the new world. We're already living in it. All we do is keep innovating for more, for a deeper understanding of love. Then we move into the Queen of Air, where there might be some more logic coming into play. And, really paying attention to the information that's coming through during this time. What's helping us, what's nurturing us, and what's no longer serving us. And what is truth? She's the mother of truth here. And I'm feeling a lot of Archangel Michael energy coming through, of really leading with truth. And those who are not in resonance of truth will be aired out. Then we step over here into the Ten of Air. And it's calling for a brand new beginning. It's leaving the old behind. We are probably going to be separated from something here. Something that no longer is in our frequency. And that is okay. Allowing for transcendence in this process. Honoring our full embodied truth here. And that is going to be a leap of faith. As you see with the leap of faith card, we have like it looks like a wolf. And the wolf really indicates the teacher. It indicates, intuition, instinct. So during this Cancer season on here, we lead with truth and instinct. and we glide into a new earth. This looks very transcendent, a very new beginning here. So that was Cancer season, and Cancer again runs from the end of June going all the way through about the 20 or 21st of July. Actually, it's the 21st of July, I'm pretty sure. And then we go into Leo season, and that is our halfway mark, okay? We started in Aquarius, and now we're going to see a lot of things that we planted, those seeds, come into play right here, right now. And Leo is all about leading with the heart, leadership. Can bring some ego stuff into play. If not in alignment with the heart, you can see the non-winged ego come in, okay? Also the center of attention type of energy, which, again, leading with our heart is becoming that leader, stepping into full leadership. So, what do we got here for Leo? Okay, we got one card. So, excuse me. We have the Maiden. And it looks like we're going to be taking a journey with our heart. Really basking in this summer energy of love. Really paying attention to what's around us. And I feel like Leo season is going to be very, very fruitful. It's going to be where we have that energy of new beginnings from our heart space. And I can see a lot of new relationships opening up. And going deeper within the relationships that we have. So, really paying attention to this. And gratitude. Really being grateful for what we have been given. This is the time for that midsummer dream coming into play. So, I'm going to switch it back. That was a pretty quick one. And Leo season is going to be really fruitful. That was fun. All right. So, again, Leo season runs from the end of July, going all the way through to the about 20 or 21st of August. So, then we move into Virgo season. What does Virgo have to tell us? Okay, this one's fun. Virgo. Let's step into Virgo for a moment. Virgo is the full embodiment of what we take from the divine masculine and the divine feminine, putting them together into one, and harnessing those energy into the become energy, the I become, when it's in integrity, okay? So Virgo is led by the planet of Mercury as well. And there can be a lot of methodical thinking here, okay? Also, Virgo is the one who's diligent, always really completing tasks, minimal tasks, like small tasks. They're the ones who can create systems in a very detailed, oriented way that can help innovate new change here. And I say it like that because we're also taking in this Aquarian energy. And also, being, like, allowing yourself to really connect to the greenery around you, the plants, because the plants are speaking to you and can offer us our lungs. They are the lungs of the earth. A new breath, a new way of living, and a lot of healing modalities are going to be innovated during this time, especially plant medicine. And essential oils, all of these different things are going to come into play during this time. So if you are one to make different tinctures or are in the healing arts, this is a time to really tune in and see what the earth has for you during this time. So let's see what the cards are. So we have the King of Water. And remember, as the sun is in Virgo during this time, the earth is in water. The earth is in Pisces, which is water. And we have the King of Water here. And it's really allowing us to pay attention to our divine masculine and feeling things a new way from that perspective. And allowing for an open heart, allowing for a new way of leading with our emotions, feeling them wholeheartedly. And really, when we look at feeling from the Virgo perspective, we can feel every crevice, every little tiny detail within our beings during this time. Then we jump into the 5 of air, and it's looking like what we see can be called blind faith. Really bringing that factor of faith and transformation. And it's saying take off the mask. So I'm really curious to see what happens during this time. We've been carrying around so much, putting so many masks on as the earth, as we walk around, metaphorically and non-metaphorically. Well, what it's saying here is we're in for a transformation, a new beginning here. And we're here to take off that mask and live our truth. Embody our truth here. And align our mind and our heart during this time specifically, because there's going to be a lot of confusion to some who are not paying attention to their truth. Those who are paying attention to their truth are going to see the distinct differences on what is being said during this time on the earth. And we have the dragonfly, which is also indicating transformation. We then step into, it says the divine, it says the masculine and feminine. So there's going to be this fusion, like I spoke about in regards to Virgo, is really taking these two energies, the divine masculine, divine feminine, and putting them together into one embodiment. And so really stepping into this energy, and that's with the fire, okay, from our passions, from our creativities, and we're birthing something new. It takes two to allow for a transformation, the embodiment here of the new vision. and we lead over here into the emotions, it's going to allow new emotions to arise. It's going to allow us to re-innovate our emotional boundaries as well. Excuse me, wow. So really paying attention to your emotions and feeling through them, honor them, anything that comes through. Because that is honoring your entire being. Those who decide not to confront and to push back their emotions, it's going to be a bit harder journey for you. Those who confront them head on, it's going to bring about a beautiful transformation, especially when we get into Libra, of balance and harmony. Those who have not is going to bring about more disharmony unless they come into their truth within their emotions. So that is Virgo season. And again, Virgo runs from the end of August, going through September to about, I believe, the 22nd of September. So we then pick cards for Libra season. And Libra season, it's all about balance, justice. For the Jewish New Year, it's our time of a new beginning. And it's also the time where we do Yom Kippur, where the scales are rebalanced. Really checking in with source energy. So we then pull cards for Libra season. Oh, wow. Okay. So, as we open our hearts during Libra, we have the essential. And it's asking during this time for us to really pay attention to all keys, especially here, being grounded on the earth and paying attention to our truth. We see this sword here. We see paying attention to our intuition as well. Our senses are big here. It's going to lead us to major activations, opportunities, new beginnings, by paying attention to what is in front of us and the hints that source is really coming through with. We then look into the 8 of water, which is all about transformation. And I'm seeing new healing codes come through, playing within this water energy, this transformation energy, and this healing energy. This is a time to heal and connect and rebalance our chakras, rebalance each part of our being, which is super important. Then we come into the Destiny card. This is the time where we're going to see major changes. You see here, it's a heart, a beating heart. We're going to be seeing things a new way. All the eyes. We're going to see things from a different perspective, a different point of view. The scales are going to rebalance. And a new world is going to be recognized. this is all a journey, a process, and this is what this year is all about, is really seeing all of ourselves in every beautiful aspect. And so it's going to be embodied during this time. Epiphanies are going to be happening, and a new vision for the future. So that is Libra season. We are going to enter into the beautiful, transformative energy of Scorpio. But remember, Libra season lasts from all the way through September, up until about 20th, 21st of October. And now we start this beautiful Scorpio energy. Scorpio is all about transformation. It's all about death and rebirth. It's about boundaries. It's about energy, the layers, really feeling through all of this process. The leading planet of Scorpio is both Pluto and Mars. It has drive. I like to connect it with, as it is a water element, I like to connect it with the ice. It can be cold, but it can also be warm to get you through the process. So many different aspects to Scorpio. Sacred space, as well as discovering new aspects of our sexuality and the sexual energies and our creative energies. So let's pull cards for Scorpio season. Wow. One card. Why? Because one thing that we need to remember through all of this specific energy with Scorpio is this: integrity. Integrity really indicates setting new boundaries. As we set new boundaries for our transformation, we will ascend. Those who are not in their integrity, they will go through the fire. And the fire can you can be burnt away because the energies no longer serve, or it can be born into the ashes of the phoenix. So, that being said, stay in your integrity during this time, and you will come out with re-innovated and transformed into a new being. And that is a short and sweet, apparently, for Scorpio season. Scorpio season, again, lasts from the end of October, going all the way through about the 21st of November. Then we step into Sag season, Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is about truth. It's about wisdom. It's about taking that knowledge and really transforming through the wisdom. And also learning, higher learning, spirituality. It's associated with the planet, not Pluto, I'm sorry, Jupiter. And Jupiter, I love the story about Jupiter because it really talks about Kronos, okay? Kronos is Father Time, and his son is Jupiter, and he realizes that the woman that he had Jupiter with, he didn't necessarily want Jupiter. So he said he was going to eat Jupiter. And Jupiter and his mother was able to be hidden. Why? Because Jupiter is like the good luck charm. It's God's sense of humor as well. And so when your integrity, carrying that over from Scorpio, when your integrity and within your truth, you will be given exactly what you need at the exact right moment in time. As soon as you step out of that integrity and truth, well, it's best to say don't. So that being said, what are the magic and miracles coming through for Sag season? Okay. So, thought is the card that we have. If we look here, we have the dark and the light. Again, thought, the mind. The mind is a powerful tool. And when you guide it through the heart and through truth, throat chakra as well, you allow it to ascend into wisdom. You allow it to be transformed into beautiful magic and miracles around you. So during this time, as your thoughts arise, stay in integrity with them. Guide your thoughts. It's a good time for meditation. It's a good time to really direct your thoughts in a positive way for whatever's going on in your life. And I feel like at this point in time, during this collective reading, there's going to be what is a split society from one perspective. Two different frequencies. And those who are choosing to embody their truth, again, a theme of this year, is going to be living in a world that they've never seen before, in a world filled with so much love and integrity and new opportunities. And for those who aren't, they're going to be experiencing things that is going to test them. It's going to test them in a new way, really allowing them to shake up what the truth is within inside of them, to be able to step into this new world, this other society filled with truth and love. So that is the theme of Sagittarius. And again, Sagittarius is from late November going all the way through winter, all the way up to the winter solstice, which is 21st, 22nd of December. And so then, we have Capricorn season. And Capricorn, again, is all about decisions, commitments, new foundation. It's get your shit together type of energy, because it's associated with Saturn. It's also segments time, really paying attention to our time, because it's the most precious thing we have on this planet. Also, someone who relates to the Capricorn energy is diligence and commitment in the process, even if it's slow going, like the mountain goat. So, let's see what is in the cards for Capricorn. Okay. Now remember, Capricorn season will take us into next January. And so we are going to see how that leads. We have 4 of fire. New foundations within our passions, our creations. And so where we put our energy, how we want to put our energy into rebuilding a new world is really important. and accessing the true fire within us is what I'm hearing. Then we have the 9 of Earth. It's going to be a very, very fruitful Capricorn season once we hit the new year. And the new year indicates a lot of blessings going into 2022. And it's going to be way different than the last 2020 and the year to come, 2021. A very beautiful beginning. And so really staying in our integrity, but I'm feeling a nice lightness to this specific year of 2022. Then we go into, after seeing the last couple of years, especially from this perspective in this reading, we have gained a lot of wisdom. We have walked through the darkness. We've walked through all types of life. We have connected with so many new beings. It has brought us to a way new perspective where we have walked through, walked in someone else's shoes, because we are the one. And so it's shedding light on this community, this wisdom that we all share together, and allowing for a new earth to really develop even stronger. So that is the theme of Capricorn season. And it seems to be very slow going, but with a beautiful pace, like of harnessing the gratitude in life. So again, that was Capricorn, and that goes all the way through December of 2021, all the way into the beginning of 2022, which goes into January, around this time of year next year. I said I was going to do to Aquarius. I'm going to leave it at Capricorn because we have enough energy to work through and really pay attention to. And I hope the insights that Hashem has literally channeled through me, source, whatever you would like to, name as God. I hope this was a blessing to you and allowed for you to see the beautiful gifts within inside of you and the different things that you can pay attention to this year. That being that these are all energies. We are all energy. And these are just specific themes that are coming up within the energy and can be guided in any which way you choose, because you do have the power. When we stay in alignment with our heart, the source, and we ground that on to the earth, we walk through life differently, seeing differently. So if you feel called to go deeper within your year with a roadmap for 2021, or would like to go month by month or sections, I do them all differently based on whatever the need of the being is. Also, I do soul portrait readings, really harnessing, the reflection that's in front of me and seeing that soul and putting it on paper into an image with my pastels, an art piece, and a channel message, a personal divine message from Hashem. And then, of course, I do astrology readings, where I look deeper into your birth chart, and I do $2 a minute for that one. Or I have been innovating a new way of doing things to be able to walk with you throughout the year, and paying a monthly for any one of these type of services. I would like to offer it to be a year service, you know, and make the exchange spread out throughout the year. And part of the astrology readings that I do is a book. Actually, I'm about to be working on 2 more, and I'll show you an example. So we have a book. I pick out a book associated with the energy that I feel from you when you commit to an astrology book with me. This is a different one. And I write down in the book different keys for you to be able to, they're handwritten because I feel like it's a pure energy, more authentic energy, different codes within inside to be able to read your own chart, because you should be able to read your own chart if you'd like to. And then I channel your personal messages within your book. And depending on the type of service that you choose, whether it be all at one time or throughout the year, you know, I, like, in regards to, like, for instance, the roadmap, I can also combine it with, within this book, because you get your own personal journal with that as well. But within the astrology readings, we can go back and look and go deeper within your chart and how it relates to today's energies. What are your innate gifts? What are the gifts that are that you have access to, but may be a little bit more challenging? We have all the power within us, but when we know how to navigate the energies for a more harmonious flow, that only empowers us. So what I do is I try to help you empower yourself. I hold space and I teach you any tool, you know, giving you any tool that you need to be able to empower yourself. So if this is of any interest to you, please reach out through Messenger, or if you have my personal number already. I would love to work with you. This is what I bring to the earth. This is my gift that I connect to very deeply and would love to share with all of you. And so if this reading at all was of help to you at all, and you'd like to donate so that I can help more beings of light, please, I have a PayPal and a Venmo link on there. I love you all, divine, beautiful souls. Shalom.